For some reason, I can't start the vlog out this morning. I've tried 5 times and I keep fumbling over my words. So let's stick to the facts. It's morning. It's Wednesday. I'm going out on a job. Last night's edit was a pain in the butt. Let's start with that, get through the intro, and I'll see if I can compose myself. When we were camping at night, I wanted to try and capture some of the meteors, and I did not. So that dark clip yesterday of the meteor and us, we were like, oh wow, awesome. That's all I captured was our reaction to it. But I looked and I looked and I looked and I didn't capture it, but I left it in there anyway. I wanted to capture as much of the sky as possible. So you guys may or may not know, on the GoPro, you are able to get like the fisheye effect. All right, watch this house moving down the street while I try to compose myself. So the lens on the camera is able to capture a lot of stuff, which makes it more of a fisheye view, or it can be linear, which is pretty narrow on the field of view from the camera, or for the camera, right? Okay, so I wanted to capture as much as possible. I went and I changed the setting and inadvertently changed it to 5K. Now, there is no reason why we need 5K. That takes longer to edit because the machine is slower. It takes a lot of processing time. And last night, with me inadvertently switching it to 5K, oh my gosh. It was like, I told you guys, editing one time before the computer is like choppy, right? So you'd watch your clip and it would be like a little bit of video and it would freeze. A little bit of video and it would freeze. And it kept doing that. This was like tenfold. I had to like restart the machine. I had to save and restart the program multiple times. It was absolutely horrendously horrible last night editing. It took me so long. So that might explain why the video was pretty good up until the nighttime footage, and then after the nighttime footage, it's like, wow, it's okay, but it missed the mark. It wasn't as entertaining or as well put together. Anyway, okay, so that's my story. 2 jobs today. Going to get through them and then try to get some more done on the van so I can get that thing on the road. We did get another proof of the wrap for the van, so I'm really excited. There's just a couple of small changes on that, so I submit the small changes. They submit to me another proof, and if everything looks good, then we pay a deposit. They print it. We schedule the work. We have the wrap put on the van, and then we pay for it and pick it up. We pay the remaining balance. So there you go. There is no Christmas this year, just to let you guys know. So my first job, we're looking for a ghost noise, a phantom noise, and I'm essentially replacing the fluid in its rear differential and its transfer case. That hasn't been done in 137,000 miles. He's had this vehicle since it's new, and it's never been done. Already, that oil is black. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of this. I'm very, very curious. Ew, that's pretty gross. Uh-oh, got some metal shavings on there too. See that? So there's a magnet here to catch all the ferrous material that sloughs off of the gears and stuff in the transmission. So we have this piece right here, which isn't good. We've got all this stuff over here. And look how caked on this is. There's just like, I mean, it was packed of like metal. Ew, gross. Right, so this is the rear differential, and you can see that pearlescent color right there. That's metal shavings. That's not good. So now we're going to drain the PTU, which is called the power transfer unit, which is also the transfer case. It's like saying Kleenex or tissue. All right, take this off and get ready to drain. Oh, that's bad. Yep, that's not good. So you can see the metal on the end of this one here too. I don't know if it's got actually any chunks on there. Doesn't feel like it. Second job today was in downtown Tacoma. I actually helped a friend out through my business and my work.
Head west on South
I created
Brazil Street.
Brazil Street. Wow, Brazil. I created a customer through his work or through working on his vehicles, and then he decided to get into jump starts and locksmithing. And there's this door handle that kind of came apart on him, and he's like, "Oh man, I have no idea." So I came and rescued him and helped him out. Great bunch of people. I've got a lot of customers, and I like a lot of customers, and I don't try to have favorites, but I do. And that's as much as I'm going to say about that, because I certainly don't want to offend anybody. So I headed back home, and whew, I'm hoping that the camera is fixed, because I really don't want to have to sit there for 3 hours tonight editing. I'm going to probably try and keep this kind of short today. Kind of take a vacation from the vacation. Well guys, I solved my problem, and yes, I'm wearing red. I come out wearing this shirt, and Angie's like, "Oh my gosh, that took me by surprise. I thought that someone else was in the house." So I fixed it. Look at this. So it's wet right here, but that's fine, because I just got through spraying water all over it. So a couple different things I did. In case you guys didn't know, it leaked. It would leak like right up here, and it would drip right down here and onto my controls and everything. And this might be why the passenger side rear view mirror doesn't work. I don't know if it's a switch yet. I haven't looked into that, because right now I can adjust it manually. You guys are dirty, and it doesn't affect me when I drive, and I need to get this thing on the road. But we're also going to have wet weather, and I don't want water inside my cab. So what did we do? I took a look at the weather stripping, and yeah, I mean, it is worn. It's not new, but I can't see new stuff being any more less pushy than that. So then I went to the door hinges, and one thing that I was suspecting is that people, especially maybe bigger guys, would probably like lean on this and like lean on the door, getting in and be like, "Urgh!" and pushing down on the door instead of grabbing onto the handle and pulling themselves up. So I looked at the hinges, and I did notice that this hinge right here had been moved out a little bit. So I loosened these up, pulled the door in a little bit, which will set it a little bit tighter against this. And then I looked at the striker right here, and I noticed that it's been wearing on the top. So I went and aligned the striker. I'm not sure if you can see in there or not. I aligned the striker so it, look at that, that's perfect right now. So I brought it down a little bit, and then I also brought it in a little bit, because this whole thing is adjustable. Loosen this up and it's adjustable. So if I bring it in a little bit, it would actually make this a little bit tighter against this. So this is all taken care of. I just sprayed water on it, and we are all good to go so far. Luckily, fingers crossed, I don't have any leaks, so that's awesome. My neighbors are probably wondering what I'm doing. Nothing to see, I'm just vlogging. And the other thing that I did yesterday, I did a lot of stuff yesterday. Whoever owned this van after Amazon went and spray painted, because you can still kind of see, well, maybe not right now, but Amazon, and then it says Prime right there. You can still see where the stickers used to be. You can really see it over here, because they went and they just spray painted. Well, this can't be on it when it gets wrapped. It needs to be the original paint. So I took some brake clean and I have went to the other side and cleaned that off. So apparently I have just a little bit more to clean off right here. There's still a little bit right in this area here, but I want to continue to clean this off, and then I want to clean the other side too. I want to do that tonight, because the wrap is coming soon. I should have in my email waiting for me tomorrow morning. I should have a confirmation on the final graphics, and no, you guys are not going to see it until it gets wrapped. Sorry, but I want the big impact because it's really cool. I'm even going to be surprised. It's going to be like a new van. It's going to be so cool. So this is what happens every night. I edit what I have, and then it's like, oh, we still have to do COC too. So here we are. We're about ready to do COC. I walk out here, and you start talking about Taylor Swift.
I didn't talk. You talked about Taylor Swift.
Oh.
You said I should have titled the vlog something about Taylor Swift.
We found Taylor Swift.
You said you should have said I picked up Taylor Swift at the beach, because you did.
And then I turned that into I picked up Taylor Swift from the beach and the wife didn't care. Thanks for not caring about me picking up Taylor Swift. Okay. Comments tonight. Don Chance, get out the WD-40. Maybe that will help with the squeaks. Not a bad idea. Rail fan Jason, nice full vlog today. Speaking burns and sticks in the eye. Years ago when I worked at Sonic Drive-In, working the fryer side one night after dumping in some chicken, the hot grease popped and a small drop went straight in my eye. That felt so awesome. And my question is, yeah, did you recover from that? I mean, I know it only has to be like a small piece for it to hurt like crazy, but oh my gosh, I can't even imagine that. Did you have to go to the hospital? Did you have to see an eye doctor? Do you wear an eye patch? Do you have a glass eye? I have so many questions. Okay, next, Whirly Bird Productions. Adam, my Hyundai came with a 3-year subscription to their version of OnStar and remote connectivity. I am able to lock, unlock, start, turn off, and set off the alarm on my car through the app on my phone.
Nice.
It's come in handy so much just for the peace of mind knowing my doors are locked. That thing you found when you said you look like Steph from the Goonies connects to a Croc shoe. People decorate them with different things like that. I went camping a long time ago and may or may not have been drinking alcohol. Instead of using another stick to move the branches around my fire, I just grabbed the log with my bare hand to move it over and burned my hand pretty bad. I think that's happened probably to everybody in one aspect or another.
Either you're not thinking about it, and you just like think, oh, I'll just quickly move this.
Or you
it's
don't.
hot, but it doesn't register, or it doesn't look like it's hot.
Yeah. And that's the one that I was thinking of. It's like, oh, I won't get that close to it. Ha ha. Ow. Let's see. Luckily, I may or may not have been intoxicated, and it didn't hurt that bad. I would recommend buying at least a single trauma kit to carry with you while hiking and getting a good understanding of how everything works in it. We do have a kit.
We've got a trail first aid kit, and we take it everywhere with us.
We just don't think about burns, though.
Actually, we take it everywhere with us, but I didn't bring it with us when we hiked up to Poo Poo Peak.
Oh, really?
Or it's not a peak, but
Poo Poo Point.
Poo Poo Point. I didn't have it with us that night.
Oh.
But we usually have it with us all the time.
Well, there was so many people around that I wasn't worried about.
And it's got a variety of things in it, including aspirin, which we will always have in there from now on.
Oh yeah, because of, you guys may remember,
I was hiking
years ago
with the kids, and somebody on the trail had a heart attack, and there was numerous hikers in the area, and somebody was running around to each group saying, do you have any aspirin, do you have any aspirin? And all of us were like, no, I have Tylenol, I have ibuprofen, I don't have any aspirin. And everybody was saying, like, I'm carrying aspirin from now on.
Yeah, who would have knew? There's a website I order my medical gear from called Medical Gear Outfitters. It's a small business located in the U.S. and the owner is a YouTube skinny medic. I'd recommend getting the civilian medical trauma kit if you're interested. I have a 10% off coupon. Excellent. Then I'd recommend getting a boo-boo kit from them too. It has simple stuff like band-aids, burn cream, and medicine. Yeah, that's one thing that we didn't have is anything for burns, because usually when we go hiking we don't have to worry about burns because there's no fires.
I put some burn stuff in it before I packed it up.
Oh, this time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we learned.
I have replenished the first aid kit.
Mon E, that was a great vlog. And Phoenix, I was waiting for this.
I think he's got his headphones on.
Oh. Hold on. Phoenix.
Yeah?
Mon E says that was a great vlog, and Phoenix, you were such a trooper.
Thanks!
Are you in bed already?
Oh my gosh, right? You just stood on your tippy toes. You look so much taller than Dad.
That's because she is.
Ah! You're scaring me! Ah!
Sorry. As for burns, I always have aloe vera gel on hand. Burn myself often enough while cooking or baking. It cools it right away. Bren, that's Taylor Swift you found that fell off of a Croc shoe. The more you know.
Croc.
Oh.
Shoe.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that looks like just like, okay. That Taylor Swift, though, that I saw, at the one at the beach, she had been beat up a little bit. That's another thing I could have said. I found Taylor Swift and she was all beat up. The Life of Aaron Williamson. I love your family. Your son did a really good job.
Thanks.
Would like to know if it's okay with you if and when I come back to Washington to visit my family. I would like to meet up with you guys if that's okay with you. Let us know the date, and we can always set like a... We haven't done a group, like a meet and greet here. I know we've talked about it before. Tony Fredrickson, great trip. Josh Bryant, great vlog. Felt pads, thinking they would fit the gap of the door and stop any rattling noise from the door. That's a good idea. Francis Royer, what a great adventure you guys had. Thanks so much for sharing. You're absolutely welcome. Halloween fur, very beautiful hike. Great job, Phoenix.
Thanks.
It's so great that you did that.
He's so in his own world.
Joe Bulletin, place foam insulation on the wall so it will push up on the door frame and keep it from rattling. Huh, that's interesting.
I was thinking something like that too.
D and V and straw. Wow. Nice. Is that legal or do you need a permit? Here in the Netherlands.
Dan Veenstra.
What she said.
Maybe. I don't know.
Better than what I said. Here in the Netherlands, you can't just set up your tent in a public space. Yes, this one here does require a permit to camp there.
Yeah, we reserved that spot.
Yeah.
In March.
Yeah.
We didn't do it. Sean reserved it in March, I think it was.
Yep. Joe Papanegan, it looks like Taylor Swift. Triv 27, yeah, burns really suck. I used to run the core oven at work and got several nasty burns over the years. Worst was probably when the 1,000 degree rotor core accidentally fell on my arm when I wasn't wearing the protective sleeves. I lucked out with a few second degree burns. You can't even see the scars unless you know where to look. But wait, there's more, and this is funny. Worst accidental burn we had was when one guy dropped a hot rotor core and caught it. Unfortunately for the idiot, he was wearing a heavy vinyl glove on one hand, so when he caught it, the glove melted and fused with the burnt flesh of his hand. He ended up winning an expensive trip to the emergency room. The rest of us got a new safety meeting about the importance of not being stupid.
Oh my goodness.
And that is the end of COC. Happy hunting. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.